Welcome everybody to our adult workout today. Today we're going to focus on two primary areas. We're going to focus on strength and we're going to focus on grappling. So helpful if you have a partner with you, but if you don't, we'll try and do some without a partner, just so you get kind of a mix on this one. And I've got my heavy bag with me. If you don't have a heavy bag, you can definitely punch air on these. I'll generally punch stuff, though I'll probably do a set where I'm punching air. Okay? So again, that's kind of the equipment you're going to need. Enough space to do strikes and enough space to do some grappling. So throw down a blanket, grab a partner, and we're going to get to it. All right, so here we go. We're just going to warm up, stretch your wrists. Cool circle. And a shout out to Dr. Block. He has a beautiful child, and it was nice chatting with you yesterday. And the other one. And big arms. Good, let's rotate our backs. Very nice. Now we're going to stretch our necks. So just make a circle with your neck. Circle the other way. Good. Now let's make our hips go in a circle. Good. Let's put your knees together. Let's stretch those things out. And rub your kneecaps. And an ankle. And the other ankle. So as always, we're going to do a Tabata warm-up. This one's a little kinder and gentler, not as quite as rough as doing what we did on Monday. But keep up if you can. And again, stop if you need to. The Tabata workouts, minute on, 20 seconds off. And we're going to do that 8 times. So we're going to do 4 exercises twice. All right, feet apart. Stretch on down. Stretch up. Stretch to one leg. Stretch the other leg. And to both legs. Good. Turn, stretch. Turn and stretch. Now we're just going to lean over to one. Lean over to the other. And take a seat too. Leg on top of the other, stretch forward. Stretch one knee. Stretch the other knee. Switch legs. Stretch forward. Stretch one. And stretch the other. Go and put your feet together. Little bounce. Good. Stretch forward. Pull those feet in. Little bounce. Good, so we're gonna just do a hip stretch. So just put our feet out in front. We're just gonna go back and forth, stretch our hips a little bit. After the crossover abs that we did on Monday, my hips were a little sore, so get those hip flexors a little bit more warmed up. And rub my knees. Pretty good. Now we're gonna put our legs over our head. So I'll just turn sideways. Be careful on this one. I'm gonna go over one shoulder first and then the other shoulder. So I'm just gonna go and come back. And over on the other side. And come back. And one more time. First side. And come back. And second side. And come back. Good. So facing forward again. We're just gonna stretch our wrists. So look at your palm. Stretch. Got lots of strikes to do today, so make sure you're good and stretched. Big full menu. Hopefully we're gonna get it all in time, right? Other wrist stretch. Pull back on your fingers. Pull back on your other fingers. Good, and just compression. Got to put mine up against my leg, get some compression. And on the other side. Good. Steeple your fingers together. And thumb stretching across. So, large Tabata today for our cardio core. We're going to do knee ups. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, just going to start at the center. Just going to bring a knee up, boom, knee up, boom. So, it's side, just bringing it up, working your core side to side kind of thing. You put your hands anywhere you want to the side. Working. I tend to hold my pants up just so I can get good leg motion. Okay, so that's what we're going to start with. Second thing we're going to do Kimura sit-ups. I'll do them coming towards you. So in this case, I'm going to grab, sit up, boom. Okay, lay back. Grab, sit up, lay back. Okay. Like I got somebody I'm working in my guard. Boom, close it up if you want to. But again, you can't really see if I'm doing that, so you can close it up. I'm just going to sit up, grab, sit back. Okay. So a minute of that, go on side to side. That's our, if you will, ab workout. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to vary this one just because a minute of this is tough. But we're going to do arm circles out to the side. These are small circles. Halfway through, we're going to go the other way. And on the second set, we're going to do arm circles in front of us. Halfway through, we're going to circle the other way. Okay, so working that deltoid. Okay. And then the last thing we're going to do, we're going to do one-legged calf ups. So just doing calf raises on one leg. If you want to go a little faster, you can just put a finger on a pad and work a little faster. Make sure your foot stays underneath you. But that's our last Tabata. So we're going to work on our calves, our delts, and we'll work a little bit on our abs and a little bit on our core. So why don't we just jump right in? Because that's what we do. It's going to set my Tabata the way I want. We're going to get started in 10 seconds. So knee ups is our first one. So side knee ups. I'm going to hold my pants up so I can get good clean ones. Here we go. And go. It's a minute. So just pull your knees up. Hopefully you guys are reading a lot of good books. I just finished one about walking the Appalachian Trail. It's very interesting. Enjoyed it very much. Almost 30 seconds left. Just pulling those legs up. Working those hip flexors in a different way. Yesterday, we were working with, on Monday, we were working with crossovers. Now we're working them by pulling our leg up. I also like to get a little bit of core going on side to side when you're working it. Be great when we get to our knee strikes later on. We've already warmed up muscle sets. Good. Take 20 seconds off. It's telling me I got a minute off, which isn't right. So I'm not sure what's going on with my timer at the moment. So the next thing we're doing, more abs. Again, starting not now. So grab, wrap over. Keep going. Only 20 seconds left. Good. Relax. Next thing we're going to do, arm circles out to the side. Got our 20-second rest. So again, just remember, take your time. Work it right. I can't get my Tabata timer start working the way it's supposed to. Arm circles out to the side. Nice small circles. In this case, I'm doing forward first. Good. Reverse directions. Need to put them down to relax. You can, but kind of the meat of this one's an endurance one, and good for your deltoids. Nice small muscle group that we're working today. Nice job. Okay, next thing we're doing is calf raises. And we'll get started in those in about 10 seconds or so. So I'm going to do them off a pad just because. And halfway through, we'll switch legs. Don't worry about switching legs. Feeling the burnout in my calf. Only 5 seconds left on that leg. Switch legs. Let's go on the other leg. That's a little wobbly today. Just 10 seconds left. Good. Take a break. This 20 seconds. We're going to come right back to side knees. Always just trying to get my Tabata burger. Work on my Tabata timer in between. So side knees again. Or knees up on the side. Here we go. A little quicker this time. But we are doing a minute, so pace yourself if you need to. Pull those knees up. Don't be going all short. Remember, we got 3 more exercises after this. Feel my calves a little bit on this exercise after the calf raises. Good. All right. Next thing we got is Kimura sit-ups. We're going to do side-to-side Kimura sit-ups. Try and keep up if you can, or go faster than I am. I'm going too slow, so don't feel bad about going faster than I am. Got 10 seconds. More sit-ups. Keep going. Halfway done. You can't do it without touching your elbow. That's great. Touch your elbow each time. That's okay too. It is a hard side-to-side exercise, especially without being able to use your legs around another human being. Just 10 seconds left. Good job. All right, we're doing arm circles. 20 seconds. Remember, these arm circles are going straight ahead on these ones. So working it so your arms are going straight ahead. Here we go. Small arm circles, straight ahead. We're trying to get that deltoid workout today. Just 10 seconds to the halfway mark. We'll switch directions. All right, let's go the other way. Just 15 seconds for this exercise. Good work. All right, last exercise we're doing, calf raises. Again, a little faster this time, but my calves felt it last time, so I'm not worried about getting too much of a burnout. I need them the rest of the exercises as well. But we're getting started in 10 seconds. Again, grab something, a wall, pad, a chair, whatever you got. Okay, here we go. Maybe make it a little harder walking upstairs later on. Just 10 seconds on this leg. I always find the second set a little easier sometimes or a little harder depending on the exercise. So for me, calves are one of those burnout muscles. In other words, you use it all the time, so it's hard to burn it out. We switch sides, by the way. Use it every day walking. Hopefully you get a lot of walking in. Maybe just using your stairs in the house. Get a little exercise that way, and that always helps. All right, good job. Okay, take a minute, stretch out these calves. We're gonna jump right into some grappling. Miss Johnson's joining us. Always helpful.
Hi, everybody.
And I'll probably have Miss Johnson teach the techniques because it's much easier for a small person to get out than a bigger person. Switch over to a clock. Okay. So the thing we're working first is guard passing. Okay, so kind of the key on this one is I'm going to provide no resistance on these, and that's how you're going to initially train. But eventually, there are going to be all kinds of not giving it to you. Okay, so you absolutely have to fight. You may have to change up which ones you're doing. But really, don't get discouraged just because it's not working the first time around. And I know I worked on guard passes for 6 months before I felt like I got one finally. So kind of the key is play to your strengths, not to their strengths. Okay. And always make sure you got good posture, that you're sitting on your base, and then you're not giving up any limbs when you're on top. Okay. So you're not throwing arms out there for them to do arm bars on or worse things. Okay. So we're going to start with just knee slice. Okay. And I'll let her take it from here.
Okay, so we're going to work close guard escapes today. So when you've got your, when you're in someone's guard, what the GM was saying about having good posture is really important. I see folks when they're first starting, they're really high up on their haunches. That's really easy for you to get pulled down closer into them. So you want to have your knees far enough apart, and you're trying to put your butt on the ground and your hips down into that space in between your legs, okay? So that's where I'm trying to drive. And the more I can drive down into my base, the more I have control over him. Now, he's not wearing a gi top right now, but if he had a gi top, I would grab hold of that gi and drive the palm of my, the heel of my palm into his sternum, okay? As I'm doing that, I want to slide one knee across to the center. Let's go the other way so I can show my good side, my black belt side. Okay, so I'm going to slide this knee into the center between his butt cheeks, okay? Then I'm going to stand up onto this opposite leg. We got terrible direction. Okay, so then I'm going to hold this knee up and out. I don't want it up here because then he's going to be able to grab it, okay? So I want it up and out far enough away that he can't grab. I'm then going to stick my hand down into the crook of his knee. As I push this away, I'm also going to push my rear end back this direction, okay? So I've pushed that apart, right? Then I'm going to, using this base, I'm going to pull this leg through, all right? Once I've got that knee past, I'm going to bring my arm around behind his head and hold my side control.
Give me a hug.
Yes. Okay?
So we're going to do that 5 times on a side. Now, if you don't have a partner, you're just going to go through the motions as if you do have a partner. Okay? So that's kind of the key here. Just we're going to do it nice and slow. We're not going to try and grind through fast. Just nice and slow on this knee slice. Just got to get some reps so you remember it when you come back to it with people, right? And if you got a partner, be nice to them. Okay? Don't knee slice them too hard.
Okay. Knee to the center, leg up, push back and down, slice through, under, side control. Knee across, up, drive, slice. Now it's important when you're pulling that knee across not to raise up to do it, okay? Maintain your posture, pull it across, drive it through.
That's 3 for those that playing at home.
That was 4.
Oh, it's 4. Sorry. One more. On this side.
Yeah.
All right, let's be ambidextrous.
My white belt side.
Oh, that's 1. Not bad. She only forgot to set back down again.
Two.
There's 3. 4. And 5. Okay. So at home, if you're working this, okay, you're just gonna basically sit like you normally do. Okay, you're gonna grab, okay? And then make sure you're doing up, down, slam, leg up, and then slicing around the side. Okay, so there's nothing stopping you from putting your hand on the ground to work here, coming around the corner. Okay, so that's knee slice. Okay, now we're gonna be doing double under next. Okay, and the key on double under is this size based, because they're going to pull you up. But she's going to do it to me because her back's a little tweaky today from working out yesterday. So she's going to do it to me. Usually you do this on somebody a little smaller than you versus somebody a little bigger than you, because you're going to pull up their pants in the middle of it.
But I'll give small people some hints.
Okay, so here we go again. Double under.
Can I get a top on you?
Yep, absolutely. Let's throw a top on here.
It's a little easier to have some fabric to grab as you come around the corner on this, whether it's a single under or a double under, to reach through and grab.
And if your partner doesn't have a uniform, put them in a bathrobe. We're the same.
All right, so you're starting off again in closed guard. All right, instead of having a single here, we're going to have two arms at their hips. Okay, so grabbing here. Same knee going through the center. And this time I'm pushing back and elbows into the thighs. As I come through here, I'm going to wrap my arms around to here. Okay? I'm going to grab his belt. And then instead of being like the big guys, lifting him and pulling him up onto my knees, as a small person, I'm going to walk my knees up underneath him. Okay? Then as I come up, I'm going to continue up to standing till he's on his back. And then I'm going to throw him to the side and then come into side control.
So
okay.
Very important if you're working with this on somebody like a partner at home or significant other, that little body twist is a lot of back. So go easy. You can always pull a little body weight off of them so you're not squashing them so much. She's demonstrating the technique the right way, but go easy if you're working with somebody at home, okay, that's not used to being smashed. Okay, let's turn 90 degrees so that you gotta see it done the other way, because I think your walk up very important.
Okay. So again, hands in the hips. I'm going to drive my knee to the center, push back, drop both arms back around. Then I'm going to bring my knee up, lift, and I'm going to walk my knees into him. Okay?
So my backside's completely on her knees.
Okay. Then I'm going to continue raising him up. And as I reach through, I'm going to raise up and then push over on his side and then come to my side.
And I can tell you, part of this escape is the fact that the person on the bottom doesn't enjoy having their body twisted and smashed on top of themselves. So you want them to get away from you. So that's why it works. So we're going to do, I hate to say it, five on a side.
Oh, we're doing it on the side. Okay.
5 on a side on this one. And then we're going to switch up to doing some strikes. So.
Okay. Hands in. Double under. Walk my legs in. Okay. Reach over, grab his. I'm going to grab his opposite side here. If it was close. And then I'm going to lift and drive up. Throw him across. Come under to there.
Maybe we'll do 3 on a side. Because
That's not comfortable.
it's unpleasant.
My white outside.
Going the other way?
Yeah.
Way to go.
Drag through. 2 unders. Walk my legs up. Reach up. Walk them up and throw them across.
That's okay.
Oh, wrong side.
We need to back up that way a little bit. We're going to do one more to the other side. Great to work with a person, but be nice to them. Oh, doing it like a big person.
Oh, that one was absolutely terrible.
You also went to the wrong side.
No, I've been doing it to the same side.
Okay. Now we're
That's
going to the other side.
That's 3 on that side.
Okay. That's 3 on the other side.
I've done 3 on both sides.
Oh, we've done 6. Okay, 3 on each side. Okay. So that's double under. Guard pass. We're gonna move on to some strikes. Mel can hang around for some more grappling stuff later on.
Sure.
Excellent. We got some other stuff we're working too. So again, try and get some training in, even if you're just walking it through in your mind's eye as we talk through it. Perfectly fine. You're just trying to get some reps, especially if you can get some reps on a person. And social distancing, obviously, somebody that you're around all the time already. So don't go seeking somebody. All right, so go ahead and stand up. We're going to work white belt strike combination. We're going to just got to do a 10 on a side, so this will go by pretty quick. So I'll just talk you through first, just in case some of you are new. But what I'm going to work: front punch, reverse punch, hook, uppercut, palm, heel, elbow, knee. Okay, so that's 7 total strikes. This combo is really just designed to get some reps. And again, I'll walk through it one more time. So front punch, reverse punch, hook, uppercut, palm, heel, knee, elbow, knee. Okay. Now we're just going to work it 10 times on a side. You can do it at your own pace. I'm going to do it pretty quickly, and I'm going to hit pad. Okay. Now you can do it to air. That's fine. Just make sure you got the room to do it, and you got no small children walking in while you're working it. All right. So here we go. 10. 1, 2, 3. Oh, messed up on that one. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Now we're switching sides. So we'll pad a little bit more into the space, and we'll get ready to hit. Now this side forward. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Okay. So you can definitely work that to the air. Just trying to be nice and smooth throughout the combo. Okay. So that's your white belt strike combo. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do some guard strikes from top. Okay. So in this case, I'm not going to use Miss Johnson because that'd probably be painful. I'm going to use my handy dandy dude. So definitely, maybe we're going to jump to something else because we have Miss Johnson for it. We'll do strikes in a second on the dude on the bottom. So I'll pull that guy out of the way. Next thing we're going to do is some sweeps. Person on bottom's working sweeps on the person on top. Okay. So again, I'll have her talk you through what she's doing specifically in these sweeps. So first thing she's going to do is a bump sweep. Okay? And what sets that up?
Okay. So you're starting out in your bump sweep, you're in closed guard, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to pretend like you're going for a Kimura, all right? So they've got their hands on you, and what you've done is you bump them off of here, and they think you're going for your Kimura. But what you're going to do is you're going to take this hand that would ordinarily grip the wrist, and you're going to use it as a post hand. You're going to plant this opposite foot, okay? And then raise your arm, raise your hip, and drive them over, okay?
What's 180 that?
All right. So
That's 90, but that's okay.
All right, so we're in our guard. We've swept them to here. Both feet come down. I come up as if I'm going for the Kimura, but as soon as I get to here, I want to post my arm out, posting on this foot, reach over this, up on the arm, and pull my leg over and through. The reason why I want to come up on this hand is because if I'm down here, my hip doesn't come up very far. Whereas if I can raise up, my hip comes this much further off the ground. So you don't want to just go here, okay? You want to come up to the hand and come over, okay?
So you're going to work, again, 5 on a side. If you got a partner, great. If you don't, that's fine. We'll work 3 and 3, 3 on each side, and then we'll work 2, no partner, okay? And to her credit, I'm very hard to sleep, so. All right, we're going the other way now.
Start on top.
Back there. That's 2. Last one. And 3. Okay. Now you're going to do a few without a partner. Okay. So what that's going to look like is, again, you got to close. You got to come up for that Kimura. Instead of doing the Kimura, hand comes down, foot comes down, big old bump over. Okay. So don't be afraid to get a big old bump. Okay. Yes. Get your own 2 left and 2 more on the other side. We'll wait just a minute for you. And what we're going to work next is scissor sweep. Okay. So scissor sweep. Well, let's give you a minute to get your reps in and drive through it. It also works, by the way, bump sweep works from a failed Kimura where they lock up themselves and you can then bump them. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Give him a minute.
That's all right. One of my favorite sweeps.
The scissor?
Yeah.
All right. So scissor sweep. Ready?
You need to top?
Yep. I'll throw a top on. All right. Scissor sweep.
All right, so scissor sweep, we're going to start off again in our closed guard, okay? And the position that you want to do is you want to have basically a Z guard with you're going to come through here. You're going to drop this leg so that the crook of your knee is against their knee, okay? And then you bring your knee up through underneath their armpit and across their chest. Also, my foot is hooking on the back side of his armpit, okay? Now I'm going to reach in. I've got one grip here on his sleeve. Now you can have holding their sleeve, you can hold their arm, you can hold their wrist, but I like to grab the uniform. I come up and grab this. Now what I want to do is I need to pull him a little bit off his base. So I'm going to pop up onto my elbow, and then I drive back down, and then I sweep. My base leg is sweeping across, and my top leg is hooking. So this is where the scissor comes in, okay? Now, if I try to do that without having taken him off his base first, okay? If I come here and I just try to scissor, I'm not going to be able to get him because all his weight is over his feet, which is why I pop up a little bit to that elbow, grab inside his collar, and then as I come through, I pull and I sweep those legs, Okay? That make sense? I hope it
Let's
makes
do 2 more on that side. And 1 more on that side. And as a bonus, I'll show you how I defeat it, but that's okay. It doesn't matter who it is doing it to me.
Oh, go up in the mouth. Yeah, okay. There we go. You okay? Okay.
It's always helpful when your partner punches you in the face.
That's my secret technique.
It is. We'll get to those in a minute.
So here, shrimp to this side, pull in, pop up to my elbow. Yeah. Pull across.
That's 1. 2 more to go.
Oh, that was terrible. That's bad shoulder on this side. Push up to that bad shoulder. There you go.
Great. So as a bonus, what I like to do is 1 of 2 things. So I'm really hard to sweep. She can do it to her favorite side. Doesn't matter. And the main reason is when somebody starts to pull push, whatever she's working, she can just go. Okay. As she comes up here, I can feel pressure against this knee. So I got 2 choices. I can hop it, or even more fun is going here where you jam them up and my leg's underneath her butt. So it's really hard now for this leg to generate any force because you're crushing up on it. Okay. And for me, I'm going to start going to a cradle or neck flexion if I'm not in any BJJ, but if I'm in Hapkido, because I'll come straight in, crush this leg into her chest, and then basically make it really hard to sweep here. So it's going to be really hard for her to load me at this point because she's crushed up here. Okay.
So what I'm going to do is
Time's up.
time's up. All right, you'll find out what I do at another day.
So work your scissor sweep. Make sure if you're doing it against a partner, you don't punch them repeatedly in the face because that's always an option. And we're going to go on to some strikes. Okay? Thank you, Ms. Johnson. Always nice when your partner comes down and beat you up a little bit. So. All right. So we're going to go into yellow belt strike combination. The key on this one, just flow. Don't have to go super fast on this one. And again, we're going to do the full set. So this one is back fist, hammer fist, slap, inside elbow, outside elbow, back elbow. Okay. And we're just going to go 10 on one side, 10 on the other, and we'll go nice and slow. Here we go. That's 7 for me. I move my bad back because it's getting out of hand here. Good. Kind of a black belt technique. When I finish my slap, I leave my hand there and then let that elbow, inside elbow, just come together. That's a black belt technique where you hold and hit at the same time. So I just tend to do it automatically on this combination because it's kind of built in. All right. We're going to the other side. So back fist, hammer fist, slap. It does break up the rhythm though. There's 5. 8.
All right, so again, you're doing your good fighting stance, back fist, hammer fist, slap, okay? Inside elbow, outside elbow, back elbow. Okay? So that's the elbow strike combination. Okay? So we're gonna do some guard strikes from top. Okay, so again, kind of what I was gonna do a second ago. So we're gonna be in somebody's guard. Now for this drill, you can definitely use pillows. I personally like to use my bag, but you can really get away with the pillows. So I'm going to be deep in somebody's guard. Okay? In this case, I've got posture and I've got position. Okay? Now they can be a little lower, doesn't matter. Generally, distance to their groin makes a difference for my strike because I'm going to either do a punch down or an elbow down. Depends. If their groin's way up, like they're getting ready to do something like a pop up, I'm going to groin down with an elbow as opposed to a fist. Okay? So we're just going to work 5 on the side. Again, have your pillow in your lap or just off your lap, and you're going to work punch. Okay? Punch, 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 punch. Good. So that's just 10 total. You're just punching what's in your lap. Okay? It's really close, but again, you're hitting stuff that's pretty soft and malleable. Okay? My next favorite thing to do is when they're going to break your posture, so they're going to pull you forward. Okay? So I kind of cheat a little bit. For me, I just lean a little bit forward, hands are kind of out to the side, and away from the break my posture. Now I'm going to drop an inside elbow just right here. Okay? So again, you're going to have to lean way out, and they may sweep you after that, or they may not be able to do anything after that. All right? So again, just coming forward, elbow. This is where you want to put your pillow. Again, about 3 feet away from you, average person. All right? There's 3, 4, and 5. Now let's go to the other side because we can. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and let them pull you into the strike because that's the fun part. Is when they're pulling you forward, you're gonna hit them, and it's not just gravity because your arm's coming forward at the same time. And one more. Why not? Okay, so that's kind of top. Now let's do what I always like to do. Okay, can you get away with this all day long on almost every human being on planet? Okay, so I'm here. When I go to grab, as Miss Johnson said a second ago, or I'm grabbing mid chest, I'm going to basically give them a palm heel strike at the same time. I'm just going to palm heel into their xiphoid, okay, like you're giving CPR, but you're in the wrong place. Okay, so the xiphoid's where the ribs come down, sticking right out of the middle. Just going to palm heel. Okay, anytime they're pop you forward, just palm heel. Same thing here. Palm heel. Okay, I'll try and clear him out so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm doing a 0 distance or a grab, palm heel. Okay. Okay. You can also punch the inner thighs. You can drop elbows in here. You got a whole bunch of choices from top. Okay. Again, you can snug and be punching on ribs. Okay. Depending on what this arm is doing, it can be all up in your face. You pull that out and just go after the ribs as well. Okay. So being on top 4 strikes is an advantage. Okay? So don't be shy about being on top if you're actually in a combat situation. Okay? Now, collegiate grapplers love to be on top because that's where you get the pin. In this case, we're really finishing them off from top. Okay, from top. All right, so we're going to do green belt strike combination for those that are working at home. In this case, we're going to start with. Brain froze up for a second. We're going to start with our hook. Boom. Knife hand, ridge hand, corner palm heel, sickle, shoulder. Okay, so one more time. It starts out with a hook, knife hand, okay, ridge hand, corner palm heel, sickle, shoulder. Okay, just gonna do 10 on the side. Hit the air if you got air. Hit pad if you got pad. All right, here we go. We're gonna switch sides now, mostly because we're running out of time, so I want to make sure we get through everything. So, hook, yeah. My brain froze for a second. Hook, knife, ridge, corner palm heel, sickle, shoulder. That's where I was going wrong. Going to the wrong side.
make sure if you're doing a sickle on a bag, I don't want my hand to be forward of my shoulder. I want them to be square, and I'm hitting in with that sickle hand. Okay. So that was 5 on a side, green belt strike combination. Okay. Feel free to get 10 more 5 on a side after we're done working out or at your free time. Okay. So now we're going to go to the person on the bottom strikes. Okay. So this is one of my favorite drills. In this case, I'm going to switch up pads. This floppy flops a lot, not helpful. But I do have a standard grappling amorphous blob to work with. Okay. You work this on a big pillow. Doesn't really matter what you're working it on. I got this in here. So I'm just going to clamp this guy between my legs. Boom. Nice and tight. And I'm going to work my punches here. I'm going to sit them up a little bit. And then we're going to start with the other lead. So that is just front reverse from bottom. Okay. A little bit of a core workout, but a good effort. Okay. What we're going to work next, okay, is elbows. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this pad into us. We're going to shoot this hand behind their head and throw an elbow. Okay. This is when you break their posture forward. You're going to basically elbow their head as it comes down towards you. And it's an inside elbow, cupped hand on the other side. So here we go. Now we're working the other side. There you go. Some strikes from the bottom. You can really do self-defense from top or bottom. The key is kind of your attitude and approach, and knowing that the difference between competition and a fight is you can do anything in a fight. That's all legal in any kind of competition. Okay? What we're going to work next, blue belt strike combination. So blue belt strike combination. Okay. So we're going to do cupped hand. Outside forearm. Now an outside forearm is really all deltoid all the time, trying to knock somebody back and out. And that's really what you're trying to get to, is pulling them back and out. It's a good way to move through the crowd is outside elbows. Done it many times. All right, so here we go. Outside elbow, cupped hand, boom, headbutt. And that's with the top crown, roundhouse knee. Okay. Upward elbow, downward elbow, spear elbow. Boom. We're working 5 on a side. That was kind of the tutorial version. Okay. Here we go. There's one. Two. Drop out, sorry. 3. Now, depending on what you're hitting, you don't have to go super hard on that headbutt. You can just get close. And that's 5. All right, working on the other side. Again, always be nice to your head. Here we go. That's 4. That's 5. Just extra one on the other side. All right, so that's blue belt strike combination. Again, try and get 5 more on the side on your own time. Get some air, working some air. All right, next thing we're going to work, scarf hold strikes. Okay, so scarf hold is a transitory position in BJJ, but we like to use it as a platform for badness. A scarf hold, I'm going to switch to my partner that does not complain about anything. So on a scarf hold, I'm going to have around his head, grabbing the shoulder with the other arm, and my legs are out. And I got basically upper ribs on his ribs. So he can't pull me over, and all that shrimping and stuff they do afterwards, not a big deal. So we're going to work a 2 strike combo. I'm gonna punch face, and I gotta lean back and elbow on the groin. Okay. So when you practice it at home, you just need a cushion underneath you. Punch high and come back. Punch high, come back. Good. So that was 6. Now we're gonna add a combo where we come back again. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Again, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is head, groin, head. Okay. And one more. Good. Now let's switch sides. Convenient with my partner. I'll just flip them over. All right. Now my face is going to be away from you, but you kind of see the bottom strike, which is kind of key here. So again, giving this guy your position. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We'll do the 1, 2s first. Just do 5, right? Here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1 and 2. Now we're going to add the extra strike. Here we go. Felt like 5. It's probably 4. All right, so there you go. Scarf hold strikes works really well. We've done whether side control strikes. We've done. Haven't done a lot of mount strikes, mostly because when you're a mount, you're going to try and do something other than strike, but you can do a lot of strikes from there as well. All right. So what we're going to end with red belt strike combo. Okay. So we've got a little bit of time left. You guys have been working hard. Red belt strike combo. Okay. So. Love red belt strike combo. So you're going to do back fist, spinning back fist, spinning back elbow. Okay. Then you got wrist back. In this case, I got a wrist watch, but that's got wrist back, inside wrist. Okay. And then inside forearm. So this back arm here, also known as the clothesline. All right. So I'm just going to work it 5 times. So back fist, spinning back elbow, inside wrist, back wrist, inside forearm. That's 1. 2. 3. You make a mistake, just go back, right? And last one on this side. So. Now let's do the hand that doesn't have a watch on it. Luckily the watch is titanium, but my wrist doesn't like it. So back fist, spinning back elbow. Okay. Over here, right? Wrist back, inside wrist, inside forearm. Okay. That's 3. Much easier without a watch. Now, the important thing about these combos, okay, which you always want to remember, they are here for you to practice strike. Okay, so I do wrist back anytime I'm inside. I passed a block, maybe I'm inside the guard, and I hit with a wrist back. Okay, I can also hit them back fist. Okay, so I got choices there. So I'm really super close. I'm really just flexing my wrist, getting that strike upside their head, just so I can make a little bit of room and maybe drive whatever strong strike that follows it. Okay, so again. Get 5 more on your own time. Now that's our class for today. Couple things I want to leave you with. Number 1, try and find something creative to do. Okay, whether it's drawing, writing, programming, painting, sculpting, something creative. Okay, build a website, 3D print something. Whatever you can do that's creative. Okay, that will help you on the inside. Number 2. Don't get down on yourself if you don't get a lot done in a day. Okay? It's really hard to get motivated in this situation. So don't get down on yourself. Okay? Number 3, if you're feeling depressed, you're feeling out of sorts, catch a workout. Whether you watch one of our videos or some sort of workout, but catch a workout because that will really kind of change your disposition. Okay? And you won't want to work out, but throw a video on, work some strikes, okay? Throw a video on. Whether it's P90X or Insanity or really almost anything, okay? Just try and catch a little bit of a workout, okay? And again, something more dynamic than just doing push-ups and sit-ups or doing weights. Something a little bit more dynamic will get you hopefully out of that down situation. Okay. And lastly, everybody feels down. Okay. At some point. So don't get down on yourself for being down. Okay. It happens to all of us, and it definitely is one of those things you got to work on and focus on and work out of. Okay. So it's really important to just, catch a workout, read a book, do something positive, play with your kids, whatever it is, and try and get yourself out of that moment of despair or moment of concern or moment of stress. Okay, because there's lots of stress going on, especially with the current situation that's going on. So everybody stay healthy. Hopefully we'll see you guys on Friday. And again, thanks for a good workout.